Gusale is asking, could Harris please explain the threats he's been getting from Hindutva, if he is comfortable, and how can we help?
Okay, so as you know, our stance for a very long time, that is, initially being a Pakistani, my initial focus was on the spread of rational and secular ideas within the domain of Pakistan. Now, because a lot of that turns out to be against the status quo, a lot of Indians were attracted to that. Now, obviously, India has a rich history of secularism, and obviously India is such a diverse and huge country that you find, you name it, any kind of idea that exists out there in the world, you name it, and you would find that in India. So there are secularists in India, there are Islamists in India, the jihadis in India, there are Hindu jihadis in India, and there are true multiculturalist and very vibrant left-wing, egalitarian and multiculturalist kind of people in India. If you speak to people, I mean, I speak the language, and I get amazed every day by the range of diversity that I see amongst Indians. So India is like a whole new world within itself. So a lot of Indians came from all walks of life, from all different kinds of ideas, and then the more they got involved, the more I had to speak about these issues. I think on my Urdu channel, which is obviously the more popular channel, I think I've got like somewhere along the lines of 150, 60,000 subs on my multiple Urdu and Hindi channels. So a lot of these people got attracted to it, and then obviously the more they talk, the more I have to talk about it, whatever the ideas are, and then there's a civilizational dogma in amongst Hindus, and then there are enlightened Hindus, the founding fathers of modern day India like Nehru and like Gandhiji. I'm a huge fan, despite of their shortcomings, whatever, but the state that they laid, the more I learned about it, the more I realized that the secularism as we know it is under immense pressure and under threat in India, because there's this rising Hindutva. Now, again, I know not all Hindutva are radical and dogmatic, and you can't clump all the evil with Hindutva itself. Yes, we're seeing what's happening in Leicester. We're going to see more of these things happening in America and Canada and Australia. We're seeing all of that because India is such a diverse country. Even 1% of certain school of thought would look huge to us. So we got to be careful when we try to lump or clump these people with the word Indian. So never disrespect the word Indian, because India is huge. For every radical Hindutva person, or I don't even like to use the word Hindutva because, as I said, the multiple. So we have coined a term Tunni for them, and Tunni is, by the way, this is the word Tunni from Sanatani Hindu with bigoted views towards non-Hindus, especially towards Muslims and Christians and atheists, also referred as Bhats and Hindutvadi or Hindutva, etc. They're also referred to, but that's not all. I think just focus on the first two lines and that the first sentence. That basically what we think is this rising fanaticism in India, and we coined the term for them, Tunni, and that became really popular. There are, I would say, the number is in hundreds of thousands of people who actually believe, who agree with this definition. So obviously we're at the forefront of it, but being Pakistani, that is obviously it weakens our claim, because it's easier to throw mud at us, like, oh, these guys are ISI agents, which is the spy agency of Pakistan. ISI agents, radical, closeted Muslims pretending to be ex-Muslims, sponsors of or the employees of Pakistan Army, and blah blah blah. So that's kind of the normal Musliming they get involved in. But obviously, a lot of Hindus actually agree with us. Most of my popularity, despite being Pakistani, comes from India. Most of it, not from these Tunnis, as I defined, but from well-minded, well-intentioned, well-educated, secular, egalitarian, multiculturalist Indians. So those are my strengths. So anyway, so when we go after them, when I am enjoying the support of these people, these Sunnis, as I like to call, they get upset because they have this separate agenda. They want to get rid of secularism of India, and they want to turn that into a Hindu Republic of India, basically. Like we have Islamic Republic of Pakistan, and then they want to make it commonly referred as Hindu Rashtra. So secularism is under serious threat in India. So these guys are, I don't know whether they're paid or not, they're stooges or acting on the self-interest, etc., blah, blah, blah. So these guys are obviously, I'm at the forefront of it. So they're coming after me, which is fine. I think that's part and parcel of the game. But these guys, obviously, as always, they've crossed the line. So I want to, so, you know, when they come after my family, this is it. All gloves are off. I've done that before. I've dealt with at least 6 Islamist jihadis before. And thank you very much for radical Hindus to join the elite company of those who go after your family. I'm sure all of you guys at some point in your lives, you would have heard this argument that, or at least we don't do this and this and this, you know, at least they say that. But that's not true. They come after, just like radical Muslims, they come after your family as well. So it doesn't matter. So let me give you a bit of a rundown of what's happened before in my life.
Yeah, people. It seems like some people are strengthening you in the live chat as we speak.
Yeah, they do. They do. Yeah, they're radical Sunnis. Look, it doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, bring it on. Bring it on. Or that's all I'm going to say. If I'm not afraid of these jihadis, then you Sunnis, you're the least of my concerns. But although you do motivate me to come after you. So sorry, where is this? There it is. Okay, so as you guys know, people on the right side, like I created this time last year. I was being targeted by these radical Islamists, and I went after them. These guys were living in England and Germany. I raised these funds, and as a result, thanks to the support of all these people, I went after these guys, and you can't see them anywhere. They've packed up and left. They don't do anything. That's it. So just like that, and I'm going to do that again. I'm going to go after these people. Look at these people. Look at their faces. These are the guys who are doxing my family, leaking their information, etc. And they're saying, "We will dox your family." These are the guys. Look at their faces. So I've just started this fundraiser just recently, and I need your support. These are the guys. Look at that. I mean, come on. Doesn't that guy remind you of the guy who first said, "Please send a barber to Gene"? And the guy on the right is not that far off either. So I'm going after these people. I'm going to use the full extent of law. I'm going to go after them through using Hyderabad police, because one of these guys lives in Hyderabad, India. And I have firm faith in the secular constitution of India. And I genuinely believe that once they've broken the law, their days are numbered. Although it might be a bit more difficult than it might be the case in these Western countries, even though, like I showed you these last ones, it took me nearly 3 or 4 months to go after these guys. I mean, these guys kept harassing and threatening me, my family, for over a month. For well over 3 or 4 months. So these guys, I'm expecting these guys to do the same thing with me for months and months on end. But all I need is your support, because India is a little cheaper. So services like legal services and private investigation services, etc., they're a little bit cheaper than what they were in England. So please donate. Help me catch these cowards as they are. They've got fake names. They've got, they don't show their real names. They hide behind the camera. But luckily enough, some people have managed to send us their real name. This guy is called Ikram Ahmed. He is supposedly an ex-Muslim, but because he wants to prove to the world that he's a true Indian nationalist, he goes after anyone who criticizes Hinduism. I mean, how does that make sense?
I feel ignored. I have gone after Hinduism. Has this guy come? Can you send him?
Because he can't speak English. He doesn't understand English. So probably that might be the reason that he hasn't come after you. Because these guys are not.
Somebody translate from him what I've said.
Yeah, because these guys are not the smartest These are not the sharpest tools in the shed, basically. So that's probably the reason why they didn't come after you. But they would come after you if I mean, maybe today if they're watching, because I know they've been watching all my videos, because I've started roasting them on Urdu on my Urdu channel, and I have these guys, thankfully, because I'm actually.
By the way, before you finish, I posted the link in the description, and also posted it in the live chat for your fundraiser. So guys, go check that out. Also, you got a super chat saying, "Yo, Harris, I tried to send a super chat on Secular Jihadists YouTube, but I couldn't. What's the deal?" Wait, why are you asking him? There should be. No, I see the super chat is there for Secular Jihadists.
But that's good. Don't send it on Secular Jihadists. Send it on Harris Sultan.
Okay. No, guys, tell me, guys, somebody also try using the super chat on Secular Jihadists just to see if it works. Okay, just send me some super chats. Yeah, but no, seriously, go support Harris. Go on.
Thank you.
If you can, by the way, guys, if you can support Harris financially, you could just share his fundraiser.
Share this fundraiser, be my patron, or PayPal. Everything is there, because when I got into this, I got dragged into this activism. I've said this numerous times, that when I saw some atheists in Pakistan getting persecuted and arrested and persecuted, so I thought, why are those guys in jail and I'm not? The only difference was that I had migrated to Pakistan many years earlier. And is that a good enough reason to be free and be able to live my life? So I said, okay, I'm going to come out. So I got dragged into this. And I knew at that point that I may never be able to go to a Muslim country, let alone Pakistan. So I made that conscious decision. And now, the more I get further into it, the more my situation, my position gets further and further limited. So the only thing that keeps me afloat is the support of you guys. I have, across multiple channels, through different languages, etc. I've got, I don't know, somewhere around 250,000 followers. And I need each and everyone's support, because these guys are going to come after me. I know I get them. Like, I've got 7 people before me who came after me and my family. Where are they? They've disappeared. I got them sorted through legal avenues, legal channels, and I can't do anything illegal.
Okay, don't use disappear. Okay, legally, you mean? Legally.
Yeah, I said legally. Disappear, from YouTube. Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay.
I said it. I know these guys do this. I know these guys cut and paste these out of context. It doesn't matter, because I've seen that so many times that I know people who know me, and then again, and the more they do it, it's actually better, because then I can post a real video and show the context. Like, just recently they did that. They showed me using a racist slur being used, which is actually not racist in Pakistani context. So anyway, so the more they do it, the better it is for me. So all I need is support of you guys. So I can go after these people, I can expose them, I can get them arrested, I can get them taken care of legally, because I know, as I said, police, this guy that I showed you, this guy is a Hyderabadi citizen, not much. I don't think he's got RSS or any organized backing of Hindutva crowd behind him. I don't think so. I think he's just a lone warrior. He's a self-proclaimed nationalist. And I need to tell him that he is not the representative of India, because a lot of more Indian people follow me than they've ever supported him. So there are lots of Indians who support me and follow me. So, and those guys are my strength. So I need the support of you guys.
Yes. Okay. Well, good luck. I hope I hope you. It's good that you're doing these things, because a lot of other people have to see that there's another alternative to just taking these things. You know what I mean? It might encourage other people to take a stance every time something like this happens, right? Because if you just give in to the crowd when they're intimidating you, give in to the intimidation and just carry in and just not swing back, it will show these groups that these methods work. And they will do it to others. So if you want to help Harris, just know that you're not just helping Harris. You're helping other people as well. Because if it works against Harris, then they will use it. It proves to them that it's a method that works, so they will use it against other people, right? So this is not just about Harris, right? So help them because of that.
And one thing I need to add is,
Oh.
I mean, I've been doing this for many years now, and I think sometimes I get criticized by my own community, like ex-Muslim and rationalist community, that sometimes I cross the line because I'm sorry, like, I mean, what you see is a very filtered down version of me. Basically, like my training, the way I grew up playing sports, I thrive under competition. I get turned on by if somebody challenges me for whatever that is. So, there's no intimidation factor. There's only provocation. So you provoke me. The more you provoke me, the worst I'm gonna get for you. It's good for the rationalist movement, and these people need to understand. When we say we are ex-Muslims and ex-Muslim atheists, this is not ex-Muslim Hindus or ex-Muslim Christians, which is next to nothing, non-existent. This is ex-Muslim atheist movement, and this is a rationalist movement. By rationalist movement, it includes every other dogma that you may suffer from. You may suffer from Hindu dogma, Hindutva dogma, civilizational dogma, Islamic dogma, Christianity dogma, whatever dogma you might suffer from. Our ideas may challenge your dogma. So, don't make the mistake of thinking us as your friend, as the friends of your dogma. We're not friends of your dogma, whatever dogma that is. Sooner or later, you're going to be disappointed because you're going to say, oh, hang on, he doesn't just speak against Islam. He actually speaks against drinking cow urine as well, or astrology as well, or what other common dogmas we have, like
promotion of genocide.
Exactly. Yes.
To have your questions answered on the next live stream, become my patron today. You can do so with as little as $1 a month. Link in the description below.